Yo, why I watched the vehicle sit there, I watched the front half combust, and I watched the glass go everywhere. And yeah, front half of my vehicle blew up. Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. It's your boy Nate here with my first YouTube video today. Um, Yo, today, like I've been thinking of starting my YouTube for a little minute, not gonna lie, but today I was like, okay, cool. So, yeah, sit back, relax. Hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah. So boom. For my first video, I'm gonna give y'all a story time just because I'm like, I'm here, I'm chilling. Like I might as well give y'all a story time. Cool. I'm finna go get a haircut soon. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a little quick video for y'all. And yeah. So I'm gonna give y'all the story time of how my car blew up on the interstate. Yeah. So, and yeah, this is recent. This literally happened in the last 2-3 weeks. Like, I'm so over it. But cool. So, before I tell y'all about the actual incident itself, I gotta give y'all a backstory. So, let's go back to when I was 15. When I was 15, you know, everybody turned 16, they want to get a vehicle. Like everybody in high school turning 16, getting cars for their birthdays, all that stuff. Cool. And if I'm real, I knew that wasn't gonna be me. Yeah, my parents were never like 16. What you need a car for? If you need a ride, you can ask me. Sorry, y'all, my hair look a mess right now. I just recorded another video before this, but it's gonna be my second video, but it's gonna make sense when it gets posted. So yeah. Whenever I turn, yeah, I'm 15, I'm trying to talk to my mom about a vehicle, all this stuff. Cool. I knew that I wasn't getting it, but you know, it's like I might as well bring the idea up. So when I was 16, like, and the funny thing is, okay, whenever I was like 15 finna turn 16, my mom had me do my driver's ed. So in this moment, I actually messed up. I said that my mom took me to do my driver's ed when I was 15 finna be 16, but she actually did when I was 16 finna be 17. And then I didn't get taken to actually get my license until I was 18. So yeah. Which it didn't really matter because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. My mom didn't take me to get my license till I was 18 and needed my license for a job that I used to work at. So yeah. But yeah, so I get my license when I'm 18, but that's besides the point. So when I was 16, I started working at a little fast food joint. Which y'all know the joint, but I'm gonna tell a whole different story time about my experience working there. So whatever. But yeah, I started working at this little fast food place. I wasn't making much. I was making like $8.80 an hour. Yeah, because whenever I went for my interview, loved the interview. But he asked me, he was like, how much do you want to make? And I was like, oh, honestly, $8 is fine. And he was like, oh, we don't start anybody under $8.80 here. And I was like, oh. Or no, under $8.50. So I was like, oh wow, okay, cool. With an $8.50, that's perfect. And then whenever I started, he actually ended up starting me at $8.80 instead of $8.50. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm happy now, and I'm working my little job. Like I'm making a little bit of money. I'm chilling. So also let me tell y'all, my mom told me that whenever I started working, if I save up $2,000, once I save up $2,000, we can start looking for a vehicle for me. I'm sure y'all can tell that didn't happen. So, yeah, my first $2,000 I made, I spent on a PC. Like, because I had been wanting a PC because I used to stream on Twitch. I was affiliate, like all this stuff, and I just wanted to start taking streaming more serious. So I was streaming on Twitch, I was doing all that stuff, cool. But so yeah, I bought my PC, that was cool. I still got my PC, it's over there right now. I can't use it because of these apartments with this whole Ethernet situation, but that's another story for another day. So yeah, I saved. My mom said save $2,000. We could look for a car. I saved 6,000. Yeah, 6,000. And do you know that my mother hyped up this dream of me getting a car for 4 years, almost 3 years, I guess. I'm 19. I'm finna be 20, but almost 4 years is the point. So yeah, cool. Whatever. So I saved up the 2,000. It's kind of obvious that my mom's not worried about it. So I just started saving more money on the side, really. And I was doing online school for like that summer that I started working at this fast food place was 10th grade going to 11th grade. I started 11th grade at that same school that I was at the years before, but I ended up leaving and I went to online school for the rest of 11th grade, and I ended up going back to a different school in 12th grade. But that's beside the point. The point is, 11th grade, I was kind of just chilling. I wasn't really spending money. I was at home. Like, I would go out with my friends from school, but that's it, you know? So, yeah, 12th grade comes. Let me tell you, the school I went to in 12th grade is on the other side of the city from me, literally 30 minutes from my house. And I can't take the bus there because I was in a program we have here called Great Scholars, which is similar to the magnet program, but it's just not labeled magnet. The classes are smaller. That's the main stuff. Like, so yeah, I'm in Great Scholars program, but the thing is, when you're in magnet program, you can take the bus to school. Great Scholars don't have the bus. Like, you can't take the bus to school if you're in Great Scholars unless you live in the school zone. And like I said, my house was 30 minutes away. I didn't live nowhere near. I don't live nowhere near, or like my parents' house is nowhere near the school I was going to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I say that to say my mom like had to drive me to school. That was my only way to get there, and my mama was mad at me, and she telling me like, "Oh, I'm not finna keep driving you to school every day. Like, you get in a car, yada yada yada, all this stuff." So I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm like, okay, this means that my mama's sick of it. Like, I'm finna get a car, all this stuff, cool. That lighting looks better, but yeah. So I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I'm getting a car. Like, oh, I'm finna be going everywhere. I'm never finna be at home. Like, all that.
I don't know why I was delusional, yeah. I was just goofy.
Anyway, but yeah, so while I'm in 12th grade, I'm noticing like, it's already halfway through the school year. My mom, every time I send her a car link, she don't look at it. She telling me stop bothering her. She telling me she don't want to hear it. So I'm like, I should have known. Like, I don't know why I was delusional. I don't know why I sat up here and believed this fantasy. But yeah, my mama played. So, hold on. And get y'all water in. This a little bit more than half a gallon. I did start drinking like an hour or two ago. But yeah. So, I'm to the point I'm realizing like, yeah, my mama played. She knew. Like, she probably planned to get me a car, but it never happened. And that's just how it happened. So I'm like, okay. Towards the end of the school year, well, okay, second semester, I became friends. When did we become friends? No, it was first semester, but this happened second semester. So I have a friend, and her dad, like, if I'm not mistaken, he works in a mechanic shop. So her dad, long story short, he's one of those guys who like buy vehicles, fix them up, sell them, and they be in good condition. So he was selling a vehicle for $10,000. Mind you, I had $6,000 saved at this time, like $1,000 in cash, $5,000 in a bank account. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna show it to my mama. Maybe like her and my dad can go, each pay 2K, or like we could all go 3-way on it. I could get a vehicle, cool, because I know my parents are sick of I know my people sick of taking me to school, and it was annoying because also the way my mom jobs works. Damn it. Okay, sorry, my friend had called me, but yeah. So the way my mom jobs works, she can't just like leave at any time to come pick me up. And like I said, she has to take me to school, but that means she also has to take me back home from school. Mind you, I get out of school at 2:25 or 2:15, one of them. I used to not be leaving school till about 4:30, cause my mom, like, I would have to wait for her to pick me up and she would be busy and all this stuff. Like, it was just a lot. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm showing the vehicle, but long story short, we never got that vehicle. Which if I could find a picture of the vehicle, I'll insert it like right here or somewhere on the screen, because thing is, I don't know if I still have the picture, but the vehicle was good condition. Like, my friend who was like selling the vehicles, she drove that vehicle for a while. I think she still does drive it, to be honest, but I'm not completely sure.
Say good condition, I mean literally, like, I went and looked back at the pictures. That vehicle only had 337 miles on it. Like come on now.
But yeah, never got a vehicle. At this point, I'm not 16. I'm 18. Oh my gosh, I was just so upset. Like, genuinely, when she wouldn't let me buy it, I was so upset. Like, why? It just doesn't make sense. She was like, oh, she don't want to buy it from a private owner, all that stuff. Whatever. Okay. So, fast forward to college, freshman year, I still don't have a vehicle. Like, I'm irritated at this point, y'all, because my mom, she's one of those people. She's like, well, you live on campus. What you need a vehicle for? Who want to be on campus all day, every day? Like, let's be real. So, yeah, we can fast forward. This, like, freshman year, I don't have the vehicle, still cool. Sophomore year, current year, I'm moving in this apartment. My mom told me all summer, like, oh, you getting a vehicle, you getting a vehicle. But at this point, I just pay it when she says stuff like that. Like, no offense to my mama, but yeah, I don't take it serious. So this summer going to this year, like, I'm finna move in an apartment, but my mom is talking about a vehicle still, and I'm telling my mom, like, you know, I'm not gonna like, you want me to go to school, like, sorry, I'm just thinking, but I'm just like, you want me to go to college? I'm doing good. Like, I'm not messing up, so why can't I get a vehicle? Like, let's make it make sense. Even whenever I offer to pay for stuff, she's like, no, we gonna get you a vehicle. You wasting your money if you do that. And I'm just over it, but I'm like, whatever. So sophomore year comes, I'm moving this apartment, I mentioned a vehicle, and then my mom, y'all know how parents do that whole, you want this, you want this, you want this, you gotta pick. My mama tried to pull one of them. She said, Nathan, you want an apartment, you wanna go to school, you want a vehicle, like, you gotta pick. I didn't want to go to school. For context, I came to school because my mom wanted me to go to college, and I was like, okay, you know what, whatever, I'll just go. Don't pull that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not tripping no more at this point. I'm just like in my head, like, whatever. So, oh, and I forgot to say, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. At one point, whenever I was 16, my dad did buy me a vehicle. It was like 2016. No, not 2016. It was. This happened in 2016, but
I don't know why I just said this happened in 2016. That was definitely either 21 or 22. 2016, I was still in middle school.
it was a Ford Focus, and I had him sell it because he said, like, he was gonna get something bigger, because a Ford Focus is a very small car. Like, it's very compact. Like, it was just very small. So he said he was gonna sell it and get something new. He bought a bunch of different vehicles, but none of them were given to me. Like, none. Zilch, zero, like, nothing. I'm like, okay. At this point, whatever. I'm not tripping. But whenever I was, because between freshman year and sophomore year in college, I had to move back home like during the summer, because I was living in a dorm during my freshman year. But my dad had like 3 different vehicles outside. He used 2 of them. One of them was just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, maybe that could be mine. Asked me if I wanted it. I said yeah. I go outside the next day. My dad sold it. Like, it was just so many times I was gagged back to back to back, because it's just like my dad, it was about 4 different vehicles. My dad asked me if I wanted, and I said yeah. And then I would go outside less than a week later, and I'm watching him actively sell it. It was one vehicle. I was so excited, like I thought it was mine. I look out my window, I see this man and his kid outside. This man pulled off with the vehicle. My dad then sold it again. I'm looking like, bro, how many times is this gonna happen? But so yeah, sophomore year comes, like my mama say all that stuff. I'm not even listening to it no more. I'm taking a bus to school, cool. But then Christmas break comes. My dad was like, oh, you know, I have this vehicle. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, cool. We go through the whole process, get the insurance. I get the vehicle. I believe I got the vehicle on January 16th. I don't know. It was, we're in March right now. Today's March 6th. Or no. Today's March 8th. I got this vehicle in January. Y'all. So I get the vehicle, cool. My dad told me this vehicle had. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. I need to get a camera or a MacBook, because I just got a notification again that my storage was full. Like, this is the 4th time today I didn't clear it. But okay, so where was I? Oh yeah. So get the insurance on the vehicle, get the vehicle, cool, everything seemed fine. This looks a little bit off. But so comes the day I actually get the vehicle. Mind you, this vehicle, my dad bought it in 2023. It has been parked at the house for over a year. Yeah. First problem with this vehicle. If I'm not actively pushing the gas pedal, like pushing the gas, why the wheel don't turn? The wheel locks up. I can't turn it. Like, I be trying to back up and pull out the parking spot. I be stuck. Like. So yeah, first problem I noticed. Second problem, when I go to the I don't know, I think something was wrong with the transmission, because I go to put gas in this vehicle. When I put gas in it, it takes like 10-15 times of me trying to start the vehicle before it will turn back on. That's another problem. And then I believe the oil needed to be changed. Oil light was always on. The brake sensors needed to be replaced, and the back windshield wiper wasn't working. It was broke, and the wheels were off. It was a lot, y'all. My dad lied to me. Like, he told me everything was new. I was so pissy. So, but I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Yo, I'm ignoring this stuff. I'm like, I'll just get it done when I get it done. This is just an example of something that will happen with this vehicle. One day I was driving on my campus. I'm noticing, like, my vehicle is real rocky. It's feeling real shaky, but you know, this is normal with this vehicle. So I'm like, okay. So I have to go to the like student union center at my college, so that I can like get a parking pass, because I have a vehicle now. Yeah, I park and I go inside, get the stuff like from my parking pass information. I come back outside, I see that my whole wheel exploded. I was driving on 3 wheels with air and 1 wheel. It wasn't even flat. It was like nothing. Okay. I call my dad. I tell him about it. My dad mad at me. He think I done did something. I'm like, it just blew up. Okay, cool. I put the spare on, or like my dad came, he helped me put the spare on. And while I'm trying to change the tire, I'm noticing these bolts aren't moving. Like, these bolts have not been touched in years. And my dad told me straight up, he's like, oh, I knew the wheels on the vehicle were old, but I didn't realize they were in that bad condition. But you just told me that you got all new wheels. You told me you got all new tires. And my thing is, why lie about it? Just tell me I need to get the tires changed. Like, dang. But, okay, whatever, cool. Another time I'm driving, it's raining. I had tried to do a little quick turn to a parking lot, but the headlights on this vehicle were also really dim. They needed to be changed. I go to turn to the parking lot. I hit the curb because I could barely see because the headlights are so dim and it's raining so much. I slightly hit the curb. That little bit of pressure was enough to make the tires pop. My tire blew. I'm sitting here in the rain trying to change my tire. I'm like, oh, like I'm over it, y'all. Like genuinely, I'm like, okay, whatever. Let me not complain. At least I got a pair of wheels. And it was different stuff like this until one day. Oh, and then one day I drove somewhere. I'm headed back, and I started going like, I don't know, 80 miles an hour. And after that, the engine just sounds completely different while I'm driving. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping like, please make it back to my apartment. And it did. So the next day, this is where it all happened. My friend, like the towing company from my apartment came and towed my friend's vehicle for no reason. They tried to say they got the wrong car, all that stuff. Okay, whatever, cool, whatever. My friend asked me, can I take him to the place? So my friend asked me, can I take him to the place to get his car from the towing company? I'm like, all right, I got you. It's only like 20 minutes away. It's over there by my parents' house. So yeah, we get up early. We get the vehicle running. Like, you know, we driving. We on. It's not far, like I said. So we're on the interstate. We just chilling. And noticing y'all know that like the sound that they make whenever you rev cars in a movie. My engine is like making that sound, but it's like I'm not revving the engine. I'm going 60 miles an hour. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. And my friend pointed out too, but we like, you know, we gonna hope for the best. We gonna hope for the best. But y'all, do you know that I have started going 65 miles an hour and my speed locked out and it dropped down to 60 and it would only go 60. It wouldn't go no more. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay going 60. I'm not even gonna try to push the gas. Yo, tell me why. We driving, and then you just hear a pop. Like you hear a big pop sound. I'm like, what the hell? And my engine completely blew, I guess, and the vehicle wouldn't move no more. It just started going down. So I'm on the brakes. I parked the car, yeah, right in front of my vehicle smoking. I was so, I was so over it. Like, so, okay, now I'm like, okay, me and my friend, we looking. Oh my goodness. My battery thing. Hold up, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. I'm back. But yeah, so in front of my car is smoking, and I'm looking like, okay. Which I'm gonna insert pictures and videos of this because no, like y'all, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not nothing. Like, pop, car stops, it's smoking.
You can't be serious.
So me and my friend, we sit in the car. We like, I'm like, what's going on? And we get out the car, y'all. So then they have this guy. He was on the other side of the interstate because the way the interstate works, you know, it's the middle, and then like some cars go this way, other cars come this way. Like they go opposite directions. Like yeah, you get what I'm saying. So a guy that was going this way, like the opposite direction, he hops over the middle of the interstate, like the little bridge part. He's like, hey, get out the car. Your car caught on fire. Huh? I was so gagged, like genuinely I gagged. So I'm like, wow, okay. So yeah. So yeah, we get out the car and I'm looking. He's like, "Yeah, man, I saw your car catch on fire for a second before it made that sound. That's why I stopped and I looked over and saw your car was smoking. Like, you need to get out of there." So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, okay." So I'm looking on the interstate and the path that I just drove up the interstate like this. I'm looking. They got an oil leak going down all the way. My oil cap burst off, y'all. My oil cap flew. So I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm already imagining how this finna go. Like, I'm gonna tell my dad, he gonna be mad at me. He gonna say I did some of the vehicle because yeah, my dad. The whole time I had this vehicle, I told my dad about different stuff going on, and he would tell me over and over and over again, "There's nothing wrong with that vehicle. I already told you that vehicle was fine." Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, the car is smoking, and then the cop, he ended up seeing the smoke because it's not just a little bit. Like, no, y'all, this car is like smoking. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, yeah, the guy who told me that he saw it catch on fire, he's like, "Oh, I could give y'all a ride to the nearest exit." But I'm like, I appreciate it, but it's fine. Thank you for telling me. Because, like, I can't just leave the vehicle. I know that the cops are going to have to do some type of claim and all this stuff. So, I call my dad. I tell him. My dad was like, I'm like, "Dad, like, I'm driving. It made a pop sound. The vehicle smoking. I don't know what to do." My dad said, "What you want me to do about that? What you telling me for?" Okay. So now I'm just like, okay. He's like, "Oh, where you at?" Like, he on the phone. He getting mad at me. And I'm like, I had nothing to do with this. So, y'all, I'm looking. I'm on the phone. The oil spill. I'm looking under the vehicle. There's a huge puddle of oil under at the front of my vehicle. The smoke from the vehicle made the oil catch on fire, and the fire went up, and my front half of my vehicle caught on fire. So I'm like, okay. At this point, the smoke is black. Like, it's just black smoke. And long story short, it sat there. Fire department was headed there, but yeah. I guess the cop was just like, "Oh, move out the way." And my friend over here on the phone talking about, like, what we gonna do? Like, he over here trying to see if he could get people to get him a ride because, like I said, we were going to get his car. And yeah, fire department came. Yeah, why I watched the vehicle sit there. I watched the front half combust, and I watched the glass go everywhere. And yeah, front half of my vehicle blew up. I'm trying to hurry up with this video because, like, I keep running out of storage, and I'm trying to, like, let y'all know what happened. So yeah, front half of my vehicle blew up. I'm gonna insert pictures of that, like, everything. Fire department came. After it blew up, it was still smoking. Obviously, fire department came. They put the fire out. I had to give a police report, like a claim, like, "Oh, this happened." And yeah, side note. Oh, I'm changed different because I'm finna go somewhere. That was also embarrassing. I forgot to include. They literally had to block off the traffic from being able to go onto the interstate on the right side. It was blocked off because it was just a huge fire hazard and glass was everywhere. And people over here getting mad on the interstate. Don't tell me nothing. My vehicle got totaled. Got towed to this insurance company. Insurance company made us pay $300 something to release the vehicle, and then the towing company bought the vehicle, and it only sold for $25. So yeah, now I'm carless. I'm currently looking for a new vehicle. I'm not too tripping just because the vehicle did already have problems, so I kind of expected it to happen soon. But yeah, I'm carless, and yeah, that's the best thing I can say. My dad, he's still saying that nothing was wrong with the vehicle and he don't know what happened, but it is what it is at this point. I'm not even gonna argue. It's not nothing to get mad about. But yeah, so I'm carless. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that. I'm gonna be posting some more stuff, and y'all gonna see in the next video something that I'm finna do too. But This channel is kind of gonna be an all rounder. It's gonna be like story times, mukbangs, like vlogs, cook with me. Like it's gonna be a bunch of random stuff. So y'all just tune in. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, like I said, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.
Like, y'all, look, I know y'all see this. Oh, this one right here was so bad. No, genuinely, the pictures had me looking like, bro, like you're joking. Okay.